This is the 2025 Subaru Outback, and if rumors are true, it will be the last Outback wagon we'll ever see, since the upcoming 2026 model will supposedly morph into a full SUV. So today I'm going to test this one and see why 3 million people have parted with their hard-earned cash to buy one. So Subaru was essentially saved back in 1995 when somebody took a Legacy, added this plastic cladding to the wheel arches and named it after a remote region in Australia. The Subaru Outback was born. So the Outback is Subaru's third best-selling model behind the Crosstrek and the Forester, and since its overhaul and redesign in 2020, Subaru hasn't made a whole lot of changes, but they have made various tweaks here and there, and my worry is going to a possible SUV may freak out some potential and existing buyers. Well, you certainly can't mistake this Subaru face for anything else. You do get these kind of jazzy headlights which track with the steering wheel, which is kind of cool. In 2023, they made some updates to the front grille, the front bumper, and of course those headlights that I just mentioned. Of course, negative, it's got these fake vents at the front, but that's what you get. You get a nice set of spotlights as well in the lower portion of the bumper. This car I'm driving today is an XT Touring, so it's the absolute top of the line. So you get both heated and ventilated front seats and heated rear seats. These are also the fanciest driver's seats you can get in any Subaru. They're also included on the limited and touring models. And they went from 10-way adjustability to 12-way. On this one you get these 18-inch wheels riding on these 225 60s. They're regular road tires, they're Yokohama Avids. Not a whole lot has changed at the back. You do get the Touring XT badge right here to denote the trim, and also a powered tailgate. So Outbacks are known for being able to carry a ton of stuff. 32.6 cubic feet right here, 75.6 if you flatten those seats, which is impressive. So you get these all-weather mats, and then under here, a little bit of space, and then you also get this nice luggage cover. And if you want to put the seats down, you can just pull on this handle right here. And they usually go down unless, in this case, the passenger seat is too far back. So under the hood, you get Subaru's box of 4, 2.4 liters in displacement. It's good for 260 horsepower, 277 foot-pounds of torque. It's driven through a CVT that mimics an 8-speed transmission. It does a kind of a good job, but it's not perfect. 0 to 60 takes 6 seconds, so it's pretty quick, pretty lively. On the highway, you get around 28 miles to the gallon. The good news is to get that power, you only need 87 octane fuel. And then if you get this turbo engine, your towing ability goes up from 2,700 pounds to 3,500. So the Outback uses Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, uses brake-based torque vectoring to vary the torque between the axles. It also has X mode, which remaps the transmission, the drivetrain, and the engine to perform best off-road. So how much is it? Well, entry-level pricing starts at just a little bit over $30,000, which is an absolute bargain. If you want a fully loaded one like this, you're going to have to pay a little bit over $42,000. This one has everything on it except one option, which is the all-weather mats, floor mats, and one in the back in the cargo area for $141. So at the door, including destination, you're going to pay around $44,500, which I think that's a lot of car for that money. So very nice in the back. Very comfortable seats. You can move a lever here and you can move them a little bit, tilt them around and get comfortable. You've got a nice armrest with 2 cup holders, vents, heated seats, and 2 USBs. A little storage here, place for a tablet or an iPhone on both of the seat backs. Decent legroom. This seat's actually pretty much all the way back. And then headroom, they've sculpted this out so you've got plenty of headroom. Well done, Subaru. Even better in the front. I really do like the blue exterior with these sort of like baseball glove leather seats. Again, super soft Napa leather, completely covered, unlike the partially covered in the rear. Really nice soft leather covered steering wheel, which is also heated all the way around. Pet peeve of mine is where it's not heated where your hand should be. This one is heated all the way around. Really nice. Cabin is beautifully made, very solid quality plastics in here. I mean, it's a Subaru. So the overall vibe inside is one of sort of quiet refinement. The only downside is the stop-start system, which you have to go into here to turn on and off, and it automatically engages every time you start the car, which is annoying. Good news is you get this really nice 11.6-inch touchscreen, runs Subaru's latest software. It is a bit laggy. When you first start the car and you start driving up the road, you're like pressing the screen and nothing happens. So give it a little bit of a chance to warm up. It's not ideal, and once it's warmed up, it works fine. On lesser models, you get dual 7-inch screens. And this system is easy to use. It's warmed up, so it's going to load the map pretty fast. Go back to the home screen. You do get physical buttons. You've got temperature controls, front demister, rear demister. You've got a physical tuning button and a volume control. As I said, this one comes with heated seats and cooled seats, which is nice. Down here, you've got the old 3.5 jack, how very retro, and 2 USBs. Speaking of retro, open up the center armrest, and there's a CD player and a little bit of space here for a sandwich. You've got a button here for cameras, not the highest def, but hey, they work. And this is where you can turn your X mode on or off. Standard shifter, which is nice. On the passenger side, you get this little area here with some soft rubberized plastic right here. As the driver, you've got Subaru's standard digital/analog display. And then finally, you get the rear view camera mirror. All right, so we're in X mode. Let's give this hill a bit of a shot here. I expect to see some slipping. Okay, so far, this is the spot where, yeah, we're using a bit of grip on we're using grip on the rear wheels. All right, I might back down and take a slightly different line here. Okay, let's try up here. Front wheels spinning. Gas, bit of a shimmy. Let's go, Subaru. Nicely done. Let's go back down. We've got hill descent control on. It's going to pick up the driver's rear tire. You're going to see the car. Oh, it's wobbling a little bit. And then the wheels planted again. Hill descent control. Not too bad, considering it's been a little bit wet. Yeah, this bit's normally really bumpy, and it's fine. Or maybe it's because the Outback is so good. I don't know. We'll find out down here. It's definitely going to be dirty by the time we finish. I'm actually glad that the rain has held off. It's supposed to rain a lot tomorrow. And actually there's a little bit of sun coming out, so I'll take that. Whoa. ABS kicked in there. Through the trees. Washboardy through this bit. A few little potholes too since the rain happened, but it's not too bad. So really not bad at all off-road as we expected. It is a Subaru after all. Just have to be a little bit careful because it's on these street tires. but it coped very well, as I expected. Alright, let's head out for some pavement. See how it drives on there. Alright, so we're on to some regular paved roads. Let's see how this one performs. Suspension is definitely soft rather than sporty, but it handles pretty good in the turns. And the 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, for me, is absolutely the one to get, because the regular one is a tad slower. This one is definitely torquey, and it's more fun to drive. Less fun is the CVT transmission. So although Subaru has done or made best efforts to make it simulate 8 speeds, it kind of sometimes does that job and sometimes it simply doesn't. So it's just that sort of whooshing CVT, and it's definitely not my favorite transmission. Okay, let's see if we can pass someone. Definitely good. Felt like it kicked down a little bit there. Warning lights about lane departure, even though I did put my turn signal on. A little wind noise around the mirrors here, but it tracks really well and it takes the corners well. Steering feel has definitely been improved over the years. I have a 2018 with the 3.6 engine in it. I like the way that engine is very linear. This one is not as linear, but this is definitely much better steering. So going back to the transmission, yeah, I wish Subaru would put a conventional 8-speed in it. I think the car would be much better for it. Why do they put CVTs in? Cost, I think, is one, and fuel economy. But this has permanent all-wheel drive, so you're never going to do great on fuel economy anyway. Stick your foot down in a turn, holds well. You can get up to some nice speeds in this. And the suspension is very compliant and very composed. Brakes are good too. Let's just lean on the brakes a little bit, and yeah, pretty linear. Accelerate out of that turn. Yeah, again, the problem with the CVT is that sort of droningness that you get. It's not as bad as some cars, but it's definitely not my favorite thing. So steering, brakes, good. Engine, torquey, powerful, zippy. Transmission, not so good. It is a decently entertaining drive, as if you're on your way to going off-roading, which we already did, and it performed very well. So what do we think? Well, the Outback does pretty much everything that you could want it to be, and if you order some of the top trims like this Touring or a Limited or an Onyx, it's got a very nice interior, beautiful materials. It does everything well, including off-roading. It's quick, it's got good performance. It really is a great all-rounder. My biggest hope is that Subaru doesn't turn it into an SUV. Once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video. Out.